Release the conures! Oh look, we got these three. These are the green cheek conures. This is the little girl from Sarah. This is the little boy that was born here. And this is his sister. Now he is a turquoise green cheek. She is a cinnamon turquoise. And she is a pineapple turquoise. They're hungry right now. I'm going to feed them. I want to flip them over and show you the difference in the belly. That is just a normal turquoise green cheek. This little, oh, there he goes. This little girl is a cinnamon turquoise, and this girl is a pineapple turquoise. Pineapple is a combination of cinnamon and yellow-sided at the same time, and that makes everything on the belly a lot lighter in color. And so from the back they look the same, but the bellies look totally different. Now these two older ones are already flying around, and we call them the fly babies. But this third one, she hasn't learned to fly just yet. Are you still hungry? You can't possibly be still hungry. So these two are going to be a pair. They're going to grow up together. They're never going to be apart. And so they're going to be a pair of future breeders, and they'll have babies in a year or two. Aren't they just beautiful? And this little girl, I'm falling in love with her. So she's probably going to stay also.
She's going to be a pet.
She's going to be a pet. But you'll never believe this, okay? Remember, the eggs from these, the eggs they hatched out of, I brought them inside back in February because it got really, really, really cold. And before these babies even had feathers, the mama bird laid more eggs. So let's take a look and see what we got with that. Now look at this. That sweet mama bird, she laid 7 eggs and she hatched 7 babies. Now there are only 4 here on this table. The other 3 are still out in the nest. I brought these 4 in because their eyes are open. They're ready to be hand fed. And just to give that poor mama bird a little bit of rest so that she only has 3 babies to take care of. But that sweet little mama, she had 7 babies before the first ones were already weaned. Now I have 2 of those babies from the first clutch here. And Sarah took the other 3. Uh-oh, Captain bumped the tripod. That means this mama has already had a dozen babies this year. I'm probably going to take the nest box down off that cage and let her take a break. Uh-oh, watch out now. Let that mama take a break for a while. Because that's just a lot of work, isn't it? Could you imagine having 7 babies at one time? Now remember, she lays those eggs, 1 egg every other day. And so the oldest baby hatched, well, they hatched 2 days apart because she lays the eggs 2 days apart. Now a chicken, when she lays her eggs, she'll lay all of her eggs in the clutch and then she'll start to incubate. But with these little conures, the mama bird will often start to incubate when she's only laid 1 or 2 eggs, and then she may continue to lay even more eggs. And so if she starts incubating when she lays the eggs for the first baby, it's 2 days old when this one hatches, and the oldest baby is 4 days old when that one hatches, and is 6 days old when that hatches. Well, the 7 babies, that's 14 days apart. That's a whole 2 weeks difference. And so the least little baby out there, it's not that big. And so I'm going to let her feed it and take care of it and do all the hard work. I'm going to give her a break by bringing these. I brought these big guys inside. They just were brought in yesterday. And so they don't really know what this is all about. But they are just so beautiful. Look at this. I think these are all boys. I think these are all going to be turquoise. They're not going to be cinnamon turquoise. If they were cinnamon turquoise, they would have reddish colored eyes, and they don't have the reddish colored eyes. So I'm pretty sure these are probably all going to be boys. But we'll wait and see. We'll do a video again next Friday. and do an update on these. So make sure that you are subscribed and hit that little bell for notifications so you know when I post a new video. Now let's look at our baby ringnecks, okay? We got our little ringnecks out. We have 3 of these. We have a green. Uh-oh, where you going, sweet pea? Here, get back over here. And we have another green. And then we have a beautiful blue. Now, ringnecks are one of my very favorites. Now, y'all know I like all of them. I just love birds. But ringnecks have just always been one of my favorite birds. I got my first ringneck when I was 14 years old. That's almost 30 years ago. I'll be 44 in August of this year. And his name was Skittles. He was a green and just a normal green. And I eventually got Skittles a mate. And, you know, Skittles, the candy, they had commercials on back when I was a kid. And they talked about combining flavors. And so one of the flavors that they talked about on the commercial was melon and berry and lime, and they called it Melba lime. So Skittles was my boy ringneck, and his wife was named Melba lime, and I called her Melba. And they had babies for me. And these babies are like 18 generations from Skittles. I have been breeding this same bloodline for 30 years. And these are 18 generations from that. I have had ringnecks almost my whole entire life. But they're not the very best of pets. I think there are better pets than an Indian ringneck. But their personality suits me just fine. They are more like a cat than a dog in the sense that they're very independent and they don't need constant attention from you. Look at that. That sweet baby just climbed up into my hands. They are not affectionate birds. If you need a bird that wants to be petted and cuddled, then you need a cockatiel or maybe a conure of some sort. But they are clowns. They are so funny, and they talk. They are excellent talkers, and they use the words that they learn in context. They are so smart and so intelligent and so inquisitive, and I just love them so much. Well, let's look at the baby cockatiels we have.
So, these are my little dragons. I like to call them because they're why. My dad used feeding some in the back, and they're actually little cockatiels. I personally love cockatiels. They're just adorable. They're so sweet. Now this little one back here is a girl, right, Dad?
That's a Lutino. That's a girl. And we know that because neither of the parents were Lutinos. Lutino is a sex-linked mutation. The dad carries the genes in a hidden form. And any Lutino babies that the pair produces will automatically, we know that they are girls. Now both parents are visually pied. And so this baby, even though it's going to be solid white and yellow, it is technically a pied genetically. Even though it's not going to have the gray feathers. Yes, baby?
This one looks like it's going to be a Lutino.
Well, Lutinos have red eyes, and you can see that that one has dark eyes. So it's not going to be a Lutino.
So one girl, 2 boys.
Well, we don't know that those are boys. They could be girls.
How do you know?
Well, because the way the genetics work. Now, these are pied. They're all pied, because both parents are pied. You can see that it's pied even before the feathers fully emerge because of the dark pattern interspersed with the white feathers. And so they're going to be beautiful, beautiful little birds. Now, cockatiels are the very smallest species of cockatoo. Even though they are streamlined with a long tail and long feathers like a parakeet, they are technically a cockatoo.
I love cockatoos. They're just so cute and adorable. I have my favorite cockatoo outside.
Cockatiel?
Yeah, cockatiel. His name's Poopy. He's adorable. He's black and white. We got the mom and dad for these. We bought from someone before the coronavirus was out. So yeah, but they're just adorable in any way possible. If you're gonna get a pet board, I would recommend these.
Absolutely, without a doubt, 100%. I agree. Cockatiels make the best pets.
Board.
They are calm, they're sweet, they're cuddly, they're gentle.
Oh. Now, you will see that these two are younger. We got these out of nest boxes yesterday. They're younger. This one doesn't have its eyes open yet. That's fine. We'll just wait until its eyes are open. But they're just adorable in any way. Even the youngest one over here. They're just so cute.
Well, guys, they're all fed now. We're going to put these back in the brooder. And so we just want to thank you for watching. God bless you. Bye-bye.